There is a common assumption in business. If we collect enough data, our decisions will become better. There is truth in that. Modern supply chains generate more information than ever before. Point of sale data, GPS locations, supplier performance, weather information, search behavior, social media, commodity prices, machine learning outputs. The challenge today is no longer a lack of information. It is deciding what deserves our attention. Because information is not intelligence, and more data does not automatically produce better decisions. Sometimes it simply produces more noise. The organizations that outperform are not necessarily those with the most data. They are the ones that know which signals matter. Artificial intelligence is transforming forecasting. Demand sensing platforms now analyze millions of transactions in seconds. Large language models can summarize supplier news from around the world. Machine learning identifies relationships that humans might never discover. This is exciting, and it should be. But AI also changes the role of the planner. The planner is no longer just producing forecasts. The planner becomes an interpreter, someone who understands both numbers and context. Because artificial intelligence can identify patterns, but people understand meaning. An algorithm might detect that orders have declined by 8%. A sales representative may already know why. A procurement manager may know whether the decline is temporary. A logistics manager may know whether transportation disruptions are creating artificial demand shifts. The future does not belong to humans alone, nor does it belong to machines alone. It belongs to organizations that combine both. Technology should amplify human judgment, not replace it. Perhaps the most surprising lesson from today's discussion is this. Some of the world's most sophisticated forecasting behavior exists in places that rarely receive recognition. Not because people there have better software, but because they have learned to survive uncertainty. For decades, traders, transporters, and distributors have operated in environments where stability could never be assumed. Fuel shortages, currency fluctuations, road closures, changing regulations, supply interruptions, political uncertainty. For them, paying attention is not an advantage. It is survival. That constant observation creates something many organizations struggle to build: awareness. It reminds us that forecasting has never been only about mathematics. It has always been about understanding people. Perhaps the next time your organization reviews its forecast, don't begin with the numbers. Begin with questions. What surprised us this week? What conversations are changing? What assumptions no longer feel true? What are customers beginning to do differently? What are suppliers quietly telling us? Which signal are we dismissing simply because it isn't measurable yet? Those questions may not produce immediate answers, but they often produce better conversations. And better conversations produce better decisions. There is another misconception worth challenging. Many organizations believe the goal is an accurate forecast. It isn't. An accurate forecast is valuable, but forecasting itself is only a means to an end. The real objective is better decisions, better inventory, sourcing, production, and resilience, because no forecast will ever eliminate uncertainty. Markets change, consumers change, technology changes, politics change, weather changes. The purpose of forecasting is not to eliminate uncertainty. It is to reduce surprise. That is a very different objective, and perhaps a much more realistic one. There is a sentence often repeated in business: what gets measured gets managed. Perhaps. But there is another truth that deserves equal attention. What gets noticed gets understood. The most effective supply chains are rarely those that react the fastest. They are the ones that notice first. They recognize subtle changes before competitors. They listen before they calculate. They observe before they optimize. And they understand that every major disruption begins as something small: a conversation, a hesitation, a delayed shipment, a customer buying 1 carton instead of 5, a truck driver warning of congestion ahead, a supplier asking unusual questions. Small moments, almost invisible until they aren't. Weak signals rarely announce themselves. They whisper. The question is whether we have built organizations that are prepared to listen. Thank you for watching this episode of Aleph Talks. If you found this valuable, subscribe to the channel and share it with someone in forecasting, procurement, or leadership. And before you go, consider this question. What weak signal is your organization ignoring today that everyone will describe as obvious 6 months from now? Because by the time a weak signal becomes a trend, it is no longer a weak signal. It is history. This has been Aleph Talks, where stories, data, and strategy meet.